surf's fading fast, but it was a ton of fun this morning. It's also a beautiful beach day. It's like 85 degrees, super hot and sunny, and the crowds are definitely indicative of that. As much as I want to get out there and get every last wave that I can, we've got other plans for this afternoon. I'm currently on my way to meet up with a viewer subscriber who lives in the area here, and we're more than likely going to be doing something that I've never done before. I'm pretty excited about it. So I'm here with Philip. Like I said before, he's a viewer subscriber. He's an aviation student down here, so he pretty much has access to these planes whenever, and we're about to fly one up. Obviously, I've been on an airplane before, but I've never been on one this small, so I'm really excited for this. Like where the flight attendants are like zippering up the thing.
Oh, yeah.
In case of an emergency, there is a pamphlet underneath your seat.
I don't even think there is a pamphlet in here. I just gotta let you know that there is a fire extinguisher right here.
Okay.
And you do know how to work the seatbelt, and when we do close the door, there's two types of latches. There's this first latch and a second latch at the top. If I'm cranking the engine and the engine starts on fire, I'm gonna lean that and then continue to crank and try to get that flame into the engine to try to put out. If it proceeds, you will exit first, and then I will follow, and I'll probably end up grabbing the fire extinguisher to try to put it out, but at least it won't be in the airplane.
Does that happen a lot?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. Clear for takeoff. So that was one of the coolest things I've ever done. This was our plane? Doesn't matter. They look exactly the same. It was a ton of fun being up there, low altitude, just cruising. We went over the Sebastian Inlet, which was really cool. Got to see the surfers in the water down there. I didn't drive down there because it was a really long drive, but the flight was really easy. I can't thank Philip enough for taking us up there and letting us fly. I mean, he's working on accumulating a bunch of hours to become a commercial pilot, so that definitely added to that at least. So it wasn't a complete waste, but it was really awesome. Thanks again, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
It's the next morning now, but I'm still super stoked on the whole experience of flying an airplane yesterday. Philip and I ended up hanging out for a little while after the flight yesterday. We grabbed some coffee, grabbed some dinner at Steak and Shake. That was only the second time I'd ever been there, so that was pretty cool. It was really awesome getting the chance to hang out with him, and like I said before, I am so grateful for the opportunity to go up there and fly. As a kid, I always had a little bit of an interest in aviation. I used to use the Microsoft Flight Simulator all the time and pretend that I was flying Cessna 172s and whatnot, and so that was kind of like a long lost dream come true for me. Being in a small single engine plane like that, I just felt so much more connected to what was going on around me. You could see other airplanes in the sky. Obviously you're at a lower altitude, so you can see what's going on the ground a lot better. Just in general, you can see better as compared to being on a commercial airplane looking out a little tiny window. And also I had the headset on so I could hear all of the pilots communicating with each other. Alpha, Charlie, Foxtrot, Golf 2, Niner, Zulu. I mean, it was really cool. And also being able to hear the METAR reports live. It was definitely an experience that I'm going to remember for a long time. Plus, Philip even let me fly the plane for a little while we were up there, so that was freaking awesome. I had full control for a couple minutes, even made a little left-hand turn. That's something that I might not get the chance to do again for the rest of my life. Last night around 4 a.m. I woke up to some crazy sounds on the Element. I'm pretty sure that it was a cat that was like hanging out on the hood and on the roof, and like I looked outside and I could see its ears perk up, and I like tapped on the windshield and then it fled. But you can see like there's like fur and stuff like all over the windshield and like all over the hood and all over like this part over here like on the roof. I don't know what that thing was doing. I ended up staying in a residential area just on the other side of the island here, and it worked out really well aside from the cat wake-up call. I will say it has been a little bit of a challenge finding residential neighborhoods to park in around here, because most of them just don't have cars that park on the street. So I'm always looking for like a line of cars that I can either fit in with or park behind, so that I'm not the only vehicle standing out in the middle of a quiet area. In case y'all haven't already noticed from some of the footage, the surf is pretty small this morning, and it's definitely not being helped out by the super high tide, so I'm gonna get back on the road. Thanks for watching, guys. Before ending the vlog, I do have a couple of new Patreon pledges to thank: Odyssey, Camper, and Paul Silcox. Thank you guys so much for joining the Patreon team. Your support will keep this journey alive. I'll talk to y'all in the next video.